Hello everyone and welcome to the 10th anniversary celebration for Cal State LA's Honors College. My name is George Percival, a 17-year-old fourth year student in the Honors College coming in through the early entrance program. I am a dual degree student in both mathematics and sociology, and I'm currently joining you all from the great land of England, and although it is quite late right now, I just couldn't miss out on this night. When I think of the Honors College, I think of a community of motivated, bright-minded individuals who are all working together to support one another and explore. This is so unlike any other honors program I have experienced. Through elementary school to middle school, I was on the honors track, from gifted programs to individualized honors programs. Yet the Honors College here at Cal State LA skips all of the cutthroat competition, negativity, and general setting the curve antics. Currently, I am completing my honors thesis, an invaluable opportunity that allows me to explore the field I love, mathematics and, more importantly, graph theory. I am approaching these papers that I thought were abstract and insurmountable goals, and I am reading them, understanding, and sometimes contributing to them. Recently, I looked back to a document that I wrote for my Honors 1010 class, which is a class where you get taught what colleges are, what university life will be, and how to choose majors. And I was asked to write 5 aspirations. And so many of those 5 aspirations have come true, thanks to the Honors College. I am exploring my passion. Although I did write it to be chemistry and I'm now doing mathematics, but I am exploring my passion now. I am creating new research and exploring my field. And very importantly, I have established connections with faculty that'll last me for years. Currently, in applying for graduate schools, it has been enlightening to see what sort of character the Honors College has helped me to build. I have been doing research, I have been exploring, challenging myself and applying myself to all of my work, and I cannot be thankful enough to the Honors College for that. I truly, truly appreciate all that the Honors College has provided me, and it has turned me into a better man and a better student than I ever could have imagined. So, I hope you all have a wonderful night, and it is now my pleasure to introduce the Director of the Honors College, Dr. Rennie Shefflin.
Thank you, George, and good evening, alumni, students, and friends. Welcome to the Honors College's 10th anniversary celebration. I trust that you have put aside some of the stresses of your day and of the times for an hour of relaxation, remembrance, and hope. We find ourselves in times that try both our souls and our bodies, but hope remains at your Honors College. We welcome this fall a fresh generation of students eager to tackle the challenges of the age with creativity, vision, and integrity. And through the continued support of the university's whole community, its faculty, staff, and alumni, we will succeed in preparing them for those challenges. And now it is my distinct pleasure to welcome the president of our university community, Dr. William Covino. His commitment to higher education as the primary path to responsible citizenship, civic engagement, and upward and economic social mobility for our students remains the hallmark of his leadership at Cal State LA. Thank you, Bill, for your sustaining support of the university and its Honors College, and welcome to our celebration.
Welcome to this virtual celebration of the 10th anniversary of Cal State LA's Honors College. Thank you all for signing on and spending some of your evening with us. I'm delighted to speak about the Honors College because it is such a wonderful jewel here at Cal State LA. I will tell you, this is my 8th year as president, and one of the elements that brought me here to Cal State LA, got me interested to begin with, was the burgeoning honors college that everyone was then and is now so enthusiastic and excited about. And why not be? I mean, the honors college has attracted some of the nation's brightest stars, and they have gone on to achieve great things and will continue to do so. I have a unique vantage point. I see thousands of students we graduate every year who are prepared to lead, prepared to serve, prepared to change the world. And year after year, I meet students who enjoy and find a home in the small college feel, the community feel of the honors college, and who graduate Cal State LA with great memories here of their time here as students, and great ambitions for making our world that much better, that much more of a vital community. Honors College graduates are, as you saw from George's video, all over the nation, all over the world. They're applying resilience, innovation, creativity, rigorous scholarship, all that they've developed here at Cal State LA, to new endeavors, to realizing their own dreams and realizing their own capacities for making a difference. I often have the opportunity to hear and read the good news about our alums from the Honors College. I see them in the news. I see them on CNN. Our graduates are everywhere, and they mean the world to us. It's precisely this presence of our Honors College graduates that makes the news I read seem that much more hopeful. News about you and your success counters the flood of news that we hear every day during this very distinctively difficult and challenging time. So this celebration is a wonderful moment for hearing good news and remaining connected. I'm so deeply proud of the work of the college and its students and the tremendous successes of our alums. And I'm so grateful for your being a part of the story of this college, a lasting story that will be part of the legacy of Cal State LA forever. I look forward to many more decades that are as rich as the decade that is behind us, and I look forward to celebrating our achievements with you again and again and again. Please enjoy this great evening.
My name is Andrea Arias, and I'm the current Assistant Director for the Early Entrance Program. Tonight, we want to take a few moments to recognize Dr. Richard Maddox, a foundational cornerstone of the Cal State LA Early Entrance Program. EAP was established more than 30 years ago as a way for highly gifted students to enter university early. When the Honors College was founded 10 years ago, the Early Entrance Program was brought under its fold. We are now proud to include all of our EAP graduates as part of our Honors College alumni. When I think about the impact that Rich made on our unique program, the words community, collegiality, tradition, pursuit of excellence, and great capacity for care come to mind. Rich created a space in which highly talented students could partake in their university experience with a supportive and insular culture. Students looking to pursue their desire for knowledge and accelerate their studies found a sanctuary within EAP and formed ties that have lasted far beyond the buildings and halls of Cal State LA. Rich passed away earlier this semester, but his influence is interwoven throughout our program and will continue to impact our students' experiences for years to come. In my conversations with alumni, staff, and current students, it is evident that he created a legacy and will be missed dearly. As the EAP alumni gather to share their own personal memories of Rich, one alumnus captured the EAP climate and the impact one person can make on so many. He noted, "Rich was an awesome mentor and helped me realize what kind of person I could become. He had the unenviable task of trying to wrangle hundreds of teenagers who are too smart for their own good and make them into amazing people. I will always be thankful for the opportunities he gave me to become what I am today." So please enjoy this lovely tribute for us to remember our friend, our colleague, and our mentor, Dr. Richard Maddox.
Although it was only 10 years ago that the university established the Honors College and incorporated the early entrance program under its administrative umbrella, EAP has matriculated into the university gifted adolescents as young as 11 years old for more than 35 years. Unfortunately, this year marked the untimely passing of Dr. Richard Maddox, the formative director of EAP, whose leadership we honored in tonight's program. Without dedicated professionals like Dr. Maddox, who staff the college, we could not provide the supportive environment necessary for our students to thrive both academically and socially. Not only do they ensure that the college operates efficiently, they also contribute daily by word and deed to the realization of the college's mission. Kudos to Allison McCurdy, Associate Director of the college, Andrea Arias, Assistant Director of the Early Entrance Program, Isabel Garcia, Office Manager and Executive Assistant, Mary Lou Castillo, Recruitment, Admissions, and Advisor Coordinator, Jessica Rodriguez, Advisor for National and International Scholarships, and Thesis Advisor, Tiana Anderson, Administrative Support Coordinator for the Early Entrance Program And of course, our student ambassadors, both past and present, who assist in recruitment and public relations. The greater Los Angeles area continues to present our students with a living laboratory of the world and its challenges. Our predominantly first generation, ethnically diverse, and highly motivated students understand firsthand that their education is key to solving the political, social, economic, and environmental problems facing their local communities and the world. Our nation-leading educational success in helping graduates climb the economic and social ladder, move into positions of leadership in their local communities and throughout the nation and the world, and empower underserved communities all demonstrate the quality of what we do. The COVID-19 pandemic and the resulting CSU decision to conduct instruction remotely for the 2020-2021 academic year have presented both promise and peril for our students and faculty. On the one hand, Honors College faculty stand among the most talented faculty that Cal State LA has to offer, and Honors College students remain as eager as always to excel. Furthermore, the pandemic, national and global unrest, a looming global depression, and heightened challenges to our global environment have presented great opportunities for students and faculty to explore issues and their possible solutions and to discover the future leadership opportunities they present. However, on the other hand, remote learning can be exhausting, anxiety-laden, and socially alienated for both faculty and students. We have done our best to provide the supports necessary for faculty to deliver top-notch hybrid courses and for students to study and live in an atmosphere that attends to their emotional health and community support, as well as to their intellectual development. Through chat rooms, virtual coffee hours, and online open house hours, we have done what we could to accommodate the academic and social needs of our students. We delivered the Early Entrance Program's Summer Academy remotely this past summer. The Academy is an essential opportunity for our staff and faculty to gauge a student's readiness for entrance to the university, and we learn much that will enhance its programming when we return to an in-person academy, hopefully this next summer. Internship and shadowing opportunities and community engagement activities have been curtailed, but as a result, we have discovered remote opportunities of which we were unaware. Our students have turned their energies to the creation of virtual communities that have built new networks of interaction that will outlive the pandemic and vitalize neighborhoods. We now number over 300 active students in the college, and we have taken the first steps to recruitment processes and admission policies to enhance equity, diversity, and inclusion in the college, to increase our EAP admissions, and to grow overall enrollment in the college. The university continues to sustain a robust scholarship program for Honors College students, including the prestigious President's Scholars Program, and a philanthropic support from individuals, foundations, and corporations, including Edison International, Coca-Cola, and the Joseph Drown Foundation, demonstrate a strong and continual extramural commitment to our mission. The state of the college is sound, growing, and excited about its future. Stay tuned, and a bit later in tonight's program, I will share some of what we envision for that future. Now, join me in viewing a video that captures past and present glimpses of life in the Honors College.
At my old school, it was very easy to succeed.
And then just the general classes would bore me.
If we don't have something for the students who are ready to be pushed a little bit harder than the rest, then we aren't doing our job as a university.
The Honors College serves undergraduate students, provides opportunities that are beyond what the normal student at Cal State LA can experience.
And it's a college within the larger university.
There are internships, externships, travel abroad opportunities, as well as grants and scholarships that are available to Honors College students.
Being in Cal State LA and having access to these resources is a remarkable experience.
State-of-the-art labs, superb faculty,
Easily accessible libraries and computer labs all over campus.
We had smaller classes.
These are spaces where people hang out and chat and have really high-level intellectual discussions without the need to show off or flex muscles.
The way we are teaching it is to make students realize how interconnected we are.
The student body of the Honors College is incredibly diverse, and that is also emphasized in the Honors College curriculum.
I think what makes the Honors College a unique experience, it's interdisciplinarity. It brings together students from all different majors.
They get students engaged in learning about the university, learning about the city, sticking with a cohort of various majors from the get-go.
The senior thesis project is a culminating experience that all Honors College students participate in, creating and writing a senior thesis. I think students really evolve in a number of ways. There's the whole process of integrating everything you've already learned and coming up with a novel question or research, which is a very high level skill.
Whatever we decided we wanted to do, they were there to give us a step up.
I had an offer for a summer internship in New York. They encouraged me to go out there and to explore the opportunities, explore the experience, and I'm very grateful that I was able to do that.
I want to become a doctor and a medical professor, and I had the opportunity to shout out this really experienced interventional radiologist at California Hospital Medical Center. And I also hope to one day publish a story because I have been able to go through so much here in Cal State LA, and this sort of motivates me to write about it.
There were a plethora of scholarship and fellowship opportunities and field trips. It was all meant to broaden our horizons and our understanding of just what a big and wonderful world we have out there and just all the opportunities.
I've seen the value in these discussions and I've seen the value in differences. And I think that's really, really important for my future. It prepares me for just being, understandably, a decent human being.
It has forever changed me, and I believe that something this important and this vital, it needs to just go on and just get mad support because they need it to do the miraculous things they have done in my life and in the life of my cohorts.
This is an opportunity to invest in the future.
And it's the investment in the future that's going to keep us on course.
They just really invest in their students, and they are there to promote our success.
Good evening, Michelle, and welcome to the Honors College's 10th anniversary celebration. Dr. Michelle Hawley has served Cal State LA for over 20 years as a professor of English and founding director of the Honors College. As Associate Vice President and Dean of Undergraduate Studies since 2015, she has successfully spearheaded university efforts to transform student advising into a powerful tool for enhancing student success. She joins us this evening to reminisce a bit about the founding years of the Honors College. Glad you're here, Michelle.
It's great to be here. I'm excited. Thanks, Rennie.
As you recall, I am sure, both of us were there at the founding of the Honors College 10 years ago. Can you remember why it was that President Rosser and the university community thought that Cal State LA needed an Honors College?
Well, Rennie, you know, Cal State LA has always been driven by a vision of inclusive excellence. Long before the Honors College came into being, many students, faculty, and programs were achieving really remarkable things. You might recall Cal State LA often referred to itself as the best kept secret.
Right.
President Rosser and the university community realized that if we could bring these outstanding programs together in one roof under an honors college, our students would be able to have the kind of cohesive, well-rounded, and dynamic education on par with the best in the nation.
That's how I remember it too, Michelle. But I also remember that during those early planning stages, we debated the pros and cons of establishing a formal college or strengthening an honors program, which we had for a number of years. Why did we take the organizational step to create a college and not just strengthen the honors program?
Actually, Rennie, that's one of the things that I wanted to ask you, because you were on that planning committee back in the early days. And I think you spent a couple of years giving thought to this and related questions, right?
That's right. We did do that. So let me think back about that. You know, we had a very successful honors program for a number of years. And so there were those who saw the creation of a college as taking away that legacy of that program and creating a new structure with new priorities and new leadership. And so there were some personality and personnel issues that needed to be smoothed over. In addition, there was the question of budget. You create a new college, you're going to have a new set of expenses from a director or a dean to a whole new staff. And the questions were, should we take those resources and put them to this task? And then finally, what's the logistics of a student being in an honors college and simultaneously in a disciplinary college? How are they going to graduate? Where's their identity? And how does that work out? So you're right, there were some debates that took place, but I think the resolution to create a college was the right decision. And to have appointed you as the first director, I think, was an outstanding decision.
Well, thank you, Rennie. It was a really amazing experience, and the entire university community contributed. Everybody put their best selves forward when it came to the Honors College, because our students and our faculty and our communities deserve a lasting college, something that is beyond a program.
Right. So once we kicked it off and the decision was made and President Rosser approved it, as did others in the institution, your appointment as director led you to meet the initial challenges of establishing something new, like a new college. Can you talk to us a little bit about the challenges and how they were met by you and your team?
Sure, that's a great question, Rennie, because challenge is such an integral part of the honors experience. Part of my job as director was to make honors a place that embraced the kind of challenges that led to ongoing innovation. This was really joyful work, collaborating with students and faculty who are interested in learning outside of their comfort zones and discovering new things about themselves and their communities. When people are in honors, they want to be able to try something new. Whether it's the STEM student who wanted to write a feminist psychoanalysis thesis, or faculty members who want their students to work with the Venda Museum to bring an exhibit about Cold War art to campus. We found ways to make all of these things work. They were challenging because they took place outside of the usual spheres of teaching and learning and required different spaces and different interdisciplinary approaches. But that was the essence of honors, and it still is. What are you finding to be the most challenging things in honors, Rennie?
I agree that challenges are more often than not opportunities. And one of the things that you established as a firm foundation in the college is for the college to be a laboratory for exploring the best practices, new ideas, ways to innovate the educational process, pedagogy, or the curriculum itself, to keep it up to date, but not just up to date, but to prepare these students for the future. Because once they graduate, what we want them to carry with them once they leave us is the skills, the ability, the knowledge necessary to adapt to the changing world in which they will bring their creative leadership. So you're exactly right. Challenges are opportunities, and the Honors College still stands for that.
What do you think is the most innovative class taking place this year in Honors College? I'd love to hear about that.
Well, as you know, one of the core characteristics of the Honors College curriculum is wicked problems. And the wicked problems often focus around issues that are confronting the community, the state, the nation, or the world. And hello, COVID is confronting the world, the nation, and the community. And we have a course that was taught even last year, anticipating serendipitously plagues or pandemics and how we might confront them. And it turned out that life was reflecting the instructional patterns of our instructors. You know, our faculty are highly innovative. It's not just a community of students, but it's a community of students and faculty. And the kind of stimulation that they give to each other is also one of the hallmarks of what happens educationally in the college. We don't just provide curriculum, as you know. We provide community. And we provide community within the Honors College and between the Honors College and the university community, and between the Honors College students and the community outside of the university. What do you think was distinctive about the way in which we created a balance, an integrated identity around these two components of the Honors College curriculum, community and curriculum?
Well, from the beginning, community was central to the vision and mission of the Honors College. And this is because our faculty and students place the highest value on it. The early entrance program and the Honors College had very active student organizations whose leadership regularly gave input on curriculum and hosted events. So the relationship between faculty and students and dialogue between them is really, really crucial both in the planning and in the ongoing evolution of honors. Beyond that, though, honors has always been a community that was more than focused on itself. It was grounded in a commitment to community and civic engagement. So working with and learning from communities and organizations became part of the way faculty and students worked together as they planned their courses, as the courses evolved in the teaching. And when you're doing this kind of work, it's always a collaborative adventure, and it's always an adventure grounded in a community experience. When you're teaching a community-based honors course, you have an idea of where it's going to start, but you don't always know where it's going to end. And it's the process, the transformation, and the people that make it what it is.
Great. You know, one of the events that orients incoming Honors College students to the principles on which the college is built is their one-day experience in key sites in Los Angeles. As you know, they go out, they take videos, they interview people, they connect with these various key elements of the life of Los Angeles. And it sets the tone for not only learning about the people and the places, but also about the way in which knowing about them is going to transform the student's life as well. And then they come back having bonded as a community, and then share what it is they've learned, with a bit of competition about who did the best video or who had the best story to tell. It's a good example of the way in which the college has merged together these key elements of its identity. Thanks so much for taking the leadership that established this process for the college, Michelle.
I remember those City is Text days. They were so much fun, and I would always go and participate in one of the adventures myself. And one of the things that I remember that was always such a pleasure was many of our students, most of our students are from Los Angeles, but they hadn't really explored the city. So they were excited to discover that there are these great parts of the city, downtown Los Angeles or Eagle Rock or wherever else they go that they'd never been to, that they could easily get to, and that they could learn more about, see terrific museums, participate in street fairs, and just explore.
Michelle, it's obvious that you continue to believe in the principles on which the Honors College was founded. What do you think it's going to take to sustain that commitment going into the future? What kind of funding, student support, constituency support, or relationships to the community are essential to sustain that vision?
In some ways, Rennie, this goes back to the beginning of this discussion where we were talking about the difference between an honors program and an honors college. While tuition and state dollars make it possible to offer an honors program with courses to students, the honors college would not be where it is today without the generous support of donors and organizations. We are incredibly grateful to our donors for making it possible to build special honor spaces, support honors field trips, things like the City of Los Angeles that we just discussed, and provide scholarships for honor students so that they could achieve their dreams. Indeed, the future of the Honors College and its ability to continue to provide special experiences and opportunities that go on above and beyond the classroom and that strengthen the community will continue to depend greatly on financial resources that can supplement public funding.
Thank you for that support, Michelle. And I think our audience understands that given these changing times and the challenges that we've been living in the last several months, underscore the value of the leadership for diverse communities and to meet the challenges such as COVID that our graduates will provide for the future and for future generations.
Rennie, speaking about honor spaces, I was looking at some old surveys this morning to bring me back to the 2011-2012 first year of the Honors College. And I was struck by all of the comments that I saw about the Honors Center, which we fondly referred to as the Honors Lounge. Is that still an active place?
It is. As you know, my office, which was your office, is adjacent to that Honors Lounge. And the noise that sometimes emanates from that room makes it hard for me to keep my attention on phone calls or emails. I often get up and go next door to see what's so exciting. And yes, it's a vital place. It's crucial not only for socializing, but for club events, lectures, potlucks, a variety of social, intellectual, and community activities. And it is a central part of what makes the Honors College spaces important to our students.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the first day students started the Honors College. I had gone from working quietly in my office to hearing laughter and even shrieks coming from next door. At first I thought, oh my gosh, what is wrong? And they were just laughing. It was wonderful. I look so forward to coming into the work every morning and making my coffee and talking to the honors students. It was great being right next door to them. I remember there were a few times too when a group of them would come in, like 5 to 10 of them would come in because they were frustrated with something that was happening in one of their classes and wanted to tell me about it. So that was one of the best things about being the honors director. Right. Do you have that experience too, Rennie?
I do, and it underscores another thing we haven't touched on, and that is the camaraderie that is created among these students as they share classes, they explore ideas, and the social activities that accompany their life together. And as you know, they keep these relationships down the years, and they still contact each other by email, by phone, and unfortunately they can't join us in person today for a celebration of the Honors College, but I'm sure in their virtual world, sitting back with their tea and some cookies, they are having fun reminiscing with us, as you and I did this evening.
Well, here's a great comment, Rennie. We asked them at the end of their freshman year what advice they would give to freshmen who are just getting started. Here's one: work hard, study hard, relax, and hang out with the rest of us in the lounge as often as you can, and be sure you are prepared for the workload ahead of you.
Right.
Here's another one: as much as I don't want our lounge to get crowded with freshmen, they really need to go to the lounge. Have regular advisement meetings. Manage your time wisely.
Right.
I love that.
I love that too. Well, the Honors College, from connecting students to the city of Los Angeles, to the university, to the wicked problems that confront our society today and tomorrow, and to the community that's established therein. I want to thank you, Michelle, for the leadership that you brought in the early years of the college and your sustained support of the college, its mission, and its vision going forward.
Thanks, Rennie. This conversation has brought me back to the Honors College. What good times. I remember it so well, and it's great to see it in your hands as you carry it through this time and into the future. I look forward to seeing what happens in the coming decade.
Thanks again, Michelle.
Buenas noches. Good evening. I'm Jose Luis Alvarado, Provost here at Cal State LA. It is an honor to welcome all of you to the Honors College 10th anniversary celebration. Gracias. Thank you. Thank you for joining us on this exceptional occasion. Like many of our celebrations that are months in the planning, our event, for obvious reasons, has a different look and feel. The reasons for gathering to celebrate the Honors College, however, remain the same. For the last 10 years, the Honors College has been home to some of the most intellectually curious and open-minded undergraduate students from every college at Cal State LA. Exceptional faculty from a variety of disciplines offer interdisciplinary courses in parallel with the student's major. In some ways, these students have a dual identity as members of their major department and the Honors College, a dual identity that begins to take shape organically by belonging to two places, also begins to lay the foundation for what becomes next for our Honors College students. Our goal is to foster intellectual and creative skills that emphasize interdisciplinary and independent thinking to help students succeed at Cal State LA and beyond. Life is more than a major. It's complex, interdisciplinary, and nonlinear. Our students need to be prepared to contend with an ever-changing world that requires flexibility and adaptability to succeed. I'm proud that the Honors College has and will continue to provide that space where students will learn to take the initiative and work effectively in teams with peers from various disciplines to achieve a common purpose. These are essential life skills learned in parallel to the subject matter and not found in a textbook. Through their collaborations with peers in different disciplines, Honors College students begin creating a better community than when they started. The Honors College fosters a firm understanding that the need for excellence, professional and community leadership, diversity and inclusion, ethical and social responsible commitment to improving our communities and the world are central to being citizens of a local and global community. Opportunities to problem solve with peers with different perspectives rooted in various learning types. Honors College students are very much aware that their purpose and responsibility as leaders requires a desire to understand other points of view and approaches to a problem. One of the things I enjoy the most about working at a university is the energy that students bring into their learning, especially when they understand and apply the material. There's nothing more energizing than seeing students engaging with one another, learning from others, and connecting the dots across disciplines. I consider this a time for students to start becoming comfortable with their intellectual selves among those in their major department and with their peers in the Honors College. It is this duality that allows them to be flexible and adaptable. The Honors College will continue training visionary scholars, professionals, and leaders equipped with the skills necessary to address the complex problems our society faces. It's an honor to be part of Cal State LA for many reasons. The Honors College is one of them, as it creates a space for our students to act by leading, not just following. We play different roles at different times in our lives. I believe that our Honors College students graduate feeling comfortable with their dual identities. Special thank you to our alumni who were a part of creating the college identity. An extra heartfelt thank you to each of you who have supported the Honors College or have plans to do so. Your contributions are essential to the type of program we create for our future leaders. Again, thank you for joining us in the Honors College 10th anniversary celebration. And I hope that the next time we meet, it will be in person. Gracias.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mary Arostia, who you might recall from the video that just aired. I graduated from Cal State LA and the Honors College in the class of 2015. I graduated magna cum laude with a Bachelor's of Science in Chemistry with departmental honors and a minor in mathematics. I continued my journey after graduation to become a doctor, but not that kind of doctor. Instead, I am a PhD candidate in chemistry at the California Institute of Technology, and assuming no more additional hiccups from COVID-19, I should be defending my PhD thesis and graduating in the spring of 2021. 10 years ago, deciding where to attend college was my biggest dilemma as a high school senior. I planned to attend a university that contained a rigorous academic curriculum, but would not become a financial burden to my parents and myself. In my college search, I came across the Honors College program at Cal State LA. What interested me about their program was that they aimed to recruit outstanding students to engage in courses that emphasize critical and rigorous thinking instead of rote memorization. The class sizes for Honors College courses are small, unlike other public universities, and they guaranteed priority registration, which would help ensure an on-time graduation. Needless to say, I applied to Cal State LA and the Honors College. To my surprise, I was not only accepted, but I was also offered the prestigious Presidential Scholarship, which fully paid for my tuition and books throughout all 4 years of undergrad. This was a delight to both my parents and me, and I chose to attend Cal State LA for my undergraduate studies. During my 4 years of undergrad in the Honors College, I further developed my passions and interests to shape my future endeavors. I knew I was interested in chemistry, but I didn't know what I'd be doing with it after graduation. However, it didn't take long until the pieces began to fall into place. Halfway through my first year at Cal State LA, I was invited to attend a research group meeting from my general chemistry professor, Dr. Frank Gomez, who would later become my undergraduate research advisor. At the time, I was completely baffled by this invitation. I didn't think some measly first-year undergrad like myself could even do research. However, I learned what it meant to engage in research through mentorship from my advisor and my fellow lab mates over the years. I gained additional research training from an international research opportunity in Brazil working for Dr. Emmanuel Carrillo. There, I was introduced to research problems in the field of health and disease, which initially fueled my interest towards medical school. In my final years of undergrad, I was fortunate to present my research findings at conferences, publish my findings in peer-reviewed scientific journals and in my honors thesis, and be awarded with the Honors College's Outstanding Thesis Award. In the end, I realized pursuing a research career was right for me. I enjoy being able to learn and apply scientific knowledge towards solving important research problems in the field, particularly in the context of health and disease. This ultimately led to my decision to pursue my PhD at Caltech. While the Honors College gave each of us the academic freedom to pursue any major, they also provided the training through Honors College-specific courses that ensured we would become civically engaged leaders within our own field and communities. The training began very early in our first quarter of undergrad in our Honors Communication course. We were not only trained to become better communicators, but to also become more engaged with current events and their impacts on a local and national level. We learned how to frame, convey, and defend ideas to a panel of professional businessmen and women in our Global Honors Entrepreneurship course. Training was not only limited to the classroom. In our upper division courses, we would travel within the greater Los Angeles region to understand factors that affected day-to-day life. We interviewed residents in the historic Wyvernwood apartment community in Boyle Heights to understand how gentrification in their city was impacting their lives and their local community. We analyzed how the health and well-being of residents were being affected across various cities at different socioeconomic levels across LA County. These experiences have inspired me to take action in science, particularly in efforts related to diversity, equity, and inclusion, to help accelerate efforts in promoting diverse individuals in STEM fields. Today, I am serving as co-president of the Diversity in Chemistry Initiative at Caltech, where our goal is to help amplify the voices, actions, and successes of underrepresented students across various groups in chemistry at Caltech and beyond. My 4 years in the Honors College were not just a moment that comes and goes. During my undergraduate years, I was fortunate to have built strong college friendships with fellow Honors College students that have lasted beyond graduation. I am absolutely humbled to have been among amazing and passionate Honors College faculty who wanted us to reach our maximum potential. Lastly, I am also indebted to the amazing Honors College staff who continually make the program better with each passing day. My Honors College experiences have been incredibly worthwhile, and as a result, I try to stay in touch with the Honors College whenever I can. I try to volunteer as an alumni speaker for Honors College recruitment events, and I'm always happy to share my experiences and stories to prospective freshmen. Perhaps the greatest outcome of the Honors College experience is that it prepares students to be future professionals and leaders in our society. With each year that passes, societal problems continue to grow more complex, and we can't always defer them to someone else to address. We need educated, well-rounded leaders who can approach these problems with an open mind, and the Honors College does just that. They teach us to become civically engaged individuals who are aware of current events and everyday problems that affect our own communities. They also teach us how to become knowledge creators within our respective fields, always advancing the boundary of knowledge one step at a time. These skills are important in traversing everyday life, and the Honors College of Cal State LA is an important institution that continues to train visionary scholars who will hone these skills and carry the torch upon graduation. With that, I'd like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to speak with all of you today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of tonight's program. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary, for those inspiring words. In 1863, over 150 years ago, on another November 19, President Abraham Lincoln stood to address the nation in honor of those who had died at the Battle of Gettysburg, and to call all Americans to a unified sense that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. 100 years later, and fewer than 60 years ago, in August 1963, Martin Luther King Jr. stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial and, echoing Lincoln's words, called for a renewed national commitment to freedom for all Americans who have been seared in the flames of withering injustice. We find ourselves again today in the presence of great division in our nation, and confronted anew by challenges that call each of us to what Lincoln called in his first inaugural address, the better angels of our nature. How will we today answer that call? The answers we give will lay the foundation for the Honors College's future. What does that future look like? We will continue our commitment to the 4 C's of critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. We will continue our commitment to building community, both within the college and beyond. And we will continue to model innovative curricula and proven pedagogies while piloting new approaches on behalf of the university. But in addition, we will do our best to ensure that our graduates are well positioned to find answers to the kind of problems that Yuval Harari has pointed to in his provocative monograph entitled 21 Lessons for the 21st Century. What is the right thing to do when confronting a completely unprecedented situation? How should you act when you are flooded by enormous amounts of information and there is absolutely no way you can absorb and analyze it? And finally, how do you live in a world where profound uncertainty is not a bug, but a feature? The divisive climate that pervades much of the world and American public life today calls for leadership attuned to more than innovative policies and symbolic cultural gestures. It calls for leaders who understand the complex emotional and cultural lives of a diverse population and who are willing to act decisively for social justice. In the light of these realities, we will do our best to fulfill the key values of Cal State LA to cultivate diversity, expect cultural competence, and actively seek perspectives and engagement from all constituents in our community to develop just and equitable expectations. These values echo throughout the culture of the Honors College and play a significant role in our commitment to develop the cognitive and emotional sensibilities essential to become leaders in our diverse and increasingly conflictual world. Through enhanced recruitment and admission processes, we will extend the mission of the Honors College to grow the numbers and the diversity of our student body, first-time freshmen, continuing, transfer, and EAP students, who will benefit from our distinctive mission and graduate to become leaders for the 21st century. But more than demographics, we are committed to instilling in our graduates through text and life the cultural sensibilities and the moral courage to face our human past with honesty and to approach our future with determination and hope. One of the learning outcomes for our Honors College graduates has always been to develop leaders. However, we have not been as intentional as we would like to ensure that the qualities necessary to lead diverse teams in a complex and divided world have been developed through a focused curriculum of theory and practice. We are seeking funding for a pilot program for inclusive leadership that will develop a curriculum delivered by faculty and student mentors that will prepare our graduates for transformative leadership in a conflicted world. Many student leadership programs across the nation serve a specific student population identified by ethnicity, race, political persuasion, or discipline. Our program for inclusive leadership will develop graduates trained to lead diverse groups comprised of many identities to find consensus on contentious issues and intransigent problems and move forward policies that will lead to a more equitable society. This so-called diversity bonus will be central to our program for inclusive leadership. The fall 2021 opening of the new 1,500-person on-campus residence hall offers to us the opportunity to develop a state-of-the-art living learning community for Honors College students. Eventually, we may even occupy a full wing of that residence hall. We will enhance the opportunities for our students to experience the lived experiences of the world through guest speakers and visiting faculty, student internships, professional mentorships, undergraduate research both on and off campus, and funded support for travel and study abroad. If time allowed, I could share many more of our initiatives for the future of the college, but these several examples will have to suffice for now. We remain ever grateful to our alumni and friends who have supported our mission through the commitment of their time and means, and we solicit your continuing support in making this renewed vision a reality for our students. Many thanks for joining us this evening, and we look forward to your presence at our next Zoom event entitled Life and Lessons in the Time of COVID-19, scheduled for February 25, 2021. Thanks again for joining us this evening, and have a good evening.